Welcome to the third episode of Tea Time. Today we are in Fort Pierce. Welcome to the Old Florida Coffee Company. We are in the heart of downtown Fort Pierce, near the marina, near Sailfish Brewery, shops and galleries. Come on in, I think you're in for a real treat. So let's go into the roasting room and meet the owners, Dan and Claudina. Roasting today.
Hey. Just wrapping up a roast of our house espresso roast here. Yeah. Welcome to the roast room. We call it the 1882 roast room because the building here, the PP Cobb building, was originated in 1882.
Wow.
It was one of the first structures down in this area, which they at that time called Cantown. So this is kind of our 1882 roast room.
I love it. I love it. And then it's a first. I haven't seen an 1882 roast room before. And you had something really cool over here.
Yeah. So actually, when we first started to refurb this space, the architect that restored the building back in the 1980s had found and salvaged this grinder. And there's actually a picture out in the hallway of this grinder in the original General Store, probably right around the turn of the century. This grinder is a 1898 grinder. So I think it was probably in the General Store right around 1900 or right at the turn of the century.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I discovered you after the farmer's market one day. I wandered in and saw that you had tea, because that's my thing. And my husband fell in love with your coffee and crepes. Yeah. And then I was just mesmerized by all the vintage candy, and you had a bottle of Big Red soda.
Right.
So I'd love to know more about you both. You said you lived in Vero. Tell us about how you came about with the concept and how you ended up here.
Well, we lived in Vero for probably 14, 15 years, and then we moved to North Hutchinson Island here in Fort Pierce. But Dan has been in Fort Pierce since he was in high school.
Oh, okay.
So that's been a part of our family for a while. And then the concept was his love for coffee brought all this about. So
yeah, well, I kind of. So we have another business here in Fort Pierce as well. Have for many years. It's a software development company, a software as a service company, and we have the good fortune of my oldest son working for us and working with us there at WM Tech. And so, we would come down for lunch to downtown Fort Pierce, and he was constantly on me, downtown Fort Pierce needs a great coffee shop. Let's open a coffee shop.
Wow.
And so in the meantime, from time to time, there was an old General Store that was in here, in this exact space, that served sandwiches and lunch stuff.
Yeah.
And so oftentimes we'd come down and have a sandwich for lunch. And as I saw the space, I thought if this space ever came available, this might be the perfect spot for a coffee shop. Well, that happened last September, about a year ago.
That's awesome.
And we got the call. We were out in Montana for a family vacation. We got the call that the space was available. We had to make a decision just about sight unseen as to whether we're going to try this or not. And we decided to go for it.
Oh, we're so happy because it's amazing. And your son, thumbs up to him for noticing what was missing. So I bet he holds a special place in your heart for that.
Yeah, definitely.
He does.
And I love the story. We always love to hear, how people come up with such great ideas, and we're really thankful you're here. And I can attest the crepes are amazing. They do have cold green tea. The service is fabulous. And if you haven't been here, please make a point of coming down. Anything else you'd like to tell us about maybe something we didn't mention about what you have here?
Well, I think what people will enjoy, what we enjoy, is this old 1882 building. We've got the space, I think, beautifully refurbished, and we just love the fact that people can come down, experience a little bit of history. This is the oldest continuously operating commercial building between Key West and St. Augustine.
Wow.
On the east coast of Florida. So there's a piece of history here. And and then the other thing we want is we joke all the time that this has become like Mayberry. So you'll oftentimes come out and you'll see people who are like old friends hanging out, and you find out that they actually met while they were here at the shop.
Oh, wow.
That happens every day. And that's really what we love. We love coffee, but we really love people, and we love to provide a opportunity for people to connect and get to know one another, which I think we both think is so important during this really difficult season that our country's come through. So that's what we're all about.
That's awesome. And I have to say, every time I'm walking by, people are hanging out, reading, drinking coffee, and socializing. And you have the outdoor space, the indoor space is super cute. So kudos to you guys. We're so happy you're here.
Yeah, thank you so much.